Chapter 4. Mr. Stimpton handed out copies of the Reynolds News for each member of the family to read the articles side by side. The kitchen had never been quieter, Anita thought, as the only sound was Maddie's tail continuously hitting the floor. Anita tore into the article. Reynolds News, April 13, 1953. Meet the Weatherbees. Hi.
Hi.
The Wealthiest Family in London by Hannah Strawham. Leslie Weatherby is a modest man, a banker who started his career at Hampshire Financial in Hampshire and had a simple life in the country with his wife Ava and two daughters, Elizabeth and Anita. The happy family long dreamt of moving to London after the war. We wanted to be where the excitement is, said Leslie. Our lives had been quiet for so long, but we weren't sure how we'd ever afford the city. Then something serendipitous happened. One afternoon, when Leslie and Ava were cleaning out their beloved grandmother's house in nearby Berkshire after her passing, they stumbled upon a small trunk in the attic, hidden behind the crawl space. The trunk was covered in a layer of dust, Ava explains. It appeared as if no one had opened it in a very long time. Curious, the Weatherbys found a local locksmith who was able to crack the trunk open. They were dismayed to find that inside the trunk held nothing but blankets and old clothes. Or did it? I knew something was peculiar because the trunk didn't appear to be as deep as it should be, and when I knocked on the bottom, it sounded hollow. Fiddling with the trunk, Leslie realized the panel came off. Beneath it was a large jewelry box. Inside was a diamond necklace Leslie had never seen before, along with a note, property of Hamish Weatherby, signed by King George II. Leslie didn't understand how this was possible. Why would Hamish, Leslie's ancestor, been given a diamond necklace from the King of Great Britain that appeared to be so ornate? He would later discover that it was made up of 187 carats of white, pearl-shaped diamonds. As the remaining living individual of Hamish's family line, and with no relatives to ask about this strange diamond discovery, Leslie took the necklace to an appraiser to find out its origin and authenticity. There, he learned something remarkable. The diamond necklace was authentic and worth upwards of $10 million, one of the largest and most expensive necklaces in the world. Experts told Leslie the necklace looked very much like one George Augustus, the future King George II, commissioned as a wedding gift to his wife, Caroline of Anspach. The Queen, while enamored with the piece, rarely wore it due to the necklace's weight on her neck. She did, however, keep it on display. After Queen Caroline's death, the king couldn't bear to look at it and was rumored to have given it away to one of his servants. That servant was Leslie's ancestor. While Leslie and Ava did the honorable thing by reaching out to the British authorities to see to it that the necklace was returned to the royal family, a representative said that the note Leslie found with the necklace makes him the new rightful owner. Yes, sweetie?
Where's Wonder?
I think, isn't he in the living room?
Well, I scared him.
Oh.
Mommy,
He's probably eating.
I was trying to hug it.
Oh, he's probably eating. The Queen would love to wear the necklace for a special occasion when the time comes, said a representative to the Queen. It would be our honor, said Leslie, who hopes to loan out the necklace, now known as the Weatherby Diamond. For events and special occasions, yes.
So Wonder's not even.
Oh, okay. So others can see the diamond's beauty. Already, the Victoria and Albert Museum is said to be inquiring about putting the piece on display as part of an upcoming exhibit. While many have come forward to ask Leslie to buy the piece, Leslie says they are keeping it in the family. It will someday go to our daughters, Leslie said proudly. This is part of our heritage, and we want to honor the history by keeping it safe. Anita put the paper down when she was finished, and everyone looked at one another in wonder. That was when the kitchen exploded in questions and comments. Maddie started to balk at all the excitement. "We're famous," Lizzie said, clutching a copy of the paper to her chest. "Wait till I show Olive and Pippi. Maybe they'll have already seen it." "I can't believe they did such a big piece," said Mum, placing a hand on Dad's shoulder. "Leslie, everyone in London is going to know about the necklace now." "I can't believe Victoria and Albert Museum wants to put the piece on display," Anita marveled. "Oh, that part may have been fudged slightly," Mr. Stimpton said, adjusting his hat. Mr. Stimpton and Anita's dad worked together at the bank, where Clayton underwrote personal property insurance. As soon as he learned about the Weatherby necklace, he pushed Anita's father to get the piece insured so they could look into loaning it out for events. Mr. Stimpton knew everyone in London, according to her father, and he offered his services for a small commission to get the Weatherby diamond noticed. "What do you mean?" Lizzie asked. "I did call the museum to suggest the idea, but haven't heard back yet," Mr. Stimpton said. Anita must have looked surprised because he added, "Not to worry. They'll be calling us any day now after this Reynolds news piece with a quote from the Queen's office. I imagine the telephone will be ringing off the hook." Father patted Mr. Stimpton on the back. "Such a smart idea, Clayton, to get the word out about the necklace. I should have listened to you months ago. You're right. We'll be booking engagements for the diamonds through next year with this article." "So that part is true. You want to loan the diamond out?" Anita asked. "Clayton says if we loan the necklace out for a few big events, we'll have enough money to buy a new house within the year," Mum said excitedly. "Can you imagine? All from loaning out a necklace we found in your grandmother's trunk." "We're going to be rich and famous," Lizzie said, and she and Mum laughed. "I bet everyone is going to be talking about this at Highbrook today." Anita knew she should be happy that the necklace could offer her family the stability her parents craved and help them finally buy a house rather than rent. But the thought that someone at school would want to talk to her because of a necklace made her uncomfortable. While Lizzie liked fanfare, Anita couldn't imagine spending an evening droning on about a necklace she never even placed around her neck. It sat in a safe in the house and didn't come out. It made her wonder if Stella DeVille felt the same way about being the daughter of a fashion designer. The phone started ringing as if on cue. Mum and Dad looked at each other excitedly. "Don't answer it," said Mr. Stimpton. "Let's make them wonder where you are. Just for the morning. I'm sure they'll keep calling." "All right," said Dad, sounding rather exuberant himself. His mustache curved into a wide smile. "We need to get to the office within the hour anyway." "Clayton, you must stay for breakfast," said Mum warmly, rubbing her hands on her apron. "Or if not breakfast, at least a cuppa." "Are you sure?" Clayton asked, removing his hat and placing the stack of papers on the table. The phone started to ring again. Clayton eyed the bacon. "You really don't mind?" "Not at all," Mum said, heading to the stove top to make him a plate. "We must celebrate." "Mum, can I take a copy of the paper to school?" Lizzie asked. "I want to show Pippi and Olive if they haven't seen the article already." "Of course, darling, but bring it back later. Or maybe we will go buy all the copies at the newsstand." "I can't believe it," Mum said with a happy sigh. "I imagine everyone we know will be calling me today about this." She carried a full plate of eggs and bacon over to Mr. Stimpton. Anita decided not to walk out with her sister. She'd give Lizzie a head start and follow her on the short walk a few minutes later. In the meantime, she snuck a small piece of bacon to Madeline. "Leslie, you'll never guess who phoned me this morning right after the paper hit newsstands," Mr. Stimpton said, sitting down at the table. "Who?" Dad asked. "His name is Percival Fonswater," said Mr. Stimpton. "He's a collector, specializes in jewelry. He said he wants to make an offer to buy the Weatherby and was hoping to see it in person. He said it's been his dream to own the piece, Something about a family member talking about it once or... Now, I already told you, Clayton. Dad cut him off. The Weatherby is not for sale. No matter who calls today or even day after or every day after, that diamond necklace is staying in the family. I know, but you must see this offer. It's so large, I think you could make more selling the piece than loaning it out. Just look at the number. Mr. Stimpton pushed a business card with an obscenely large number on it in front of Dad. I know I only get a commission, but this would change my life as well. Think about it. No more renting. We could put payments down on houses, buy new clothes, not worry about school tuition starting today. Anita's stomach clenched at talk of school tuition. She knew her parents put their education above all else, but at what cost? Dad raised an eyebrow when he looked at the paper, and then he looked at Mum, who was twisting her pills so much Anita was afraid they might break. Is he really offering that much? He asked quietly. How does he even have the money to make such a bold offer? Mum asked. I don't know. I need to look into his background further, but he said he has family money, Mr. Stimpton said. He asked for an introduction to his state his case, and to see the necklace. Is it here? Mr. Stimpton looked around. Tell me you have it somewhere safe, now that the necklace is in the papers. It's still in a safe upstairs, Dad said, and Mom swatted him with her spatula. Leslie, we agreed not to say where the necklace was. Sorry, my dear, but it's Clayton. Dad looked at his friend, and I am going to move it, especially now. Dad pushed the card back towards Mr. Stimpton. I'm sorry. You know how I feel about this. We can make a great deal of money loaning the necklace out, but I can't part with it. Understood, my friend, Mr. Stimpton said, looking somewhat disappointed as the phone started to ring again. Maddie barked at it. Still exciting, no? To know someone wants your necklace that badly. Very, Dad agreed, and picked up his paper again. The matter already dismissed. Now, did you see this business with Parliament this morning? Anita's eyes glazed over at talk of politics. I'm going to head to the bus, she said, leaning down and rubbing the dog's head. Be a good girl, Maddie, she whispered. I'll be home to play with you before you know it. Anita stepped outside before Mom could ask about tryouts again and practically bumped into the older gentleman standing in their joint doorway. Mr. Murtaugh, Anita said, jumping in fright when she realized her neighbor was there. I didn't see you there. I gave you a scare, huh? Good. Mr. Murtaugh had his eyes on something across the street. We have hooligans hanging around this neighborhood thanks to your family, and so you should be worried. Your father is not the brightest bulb in the box, is he? Speaking to the newspaper about having a pricey bauble in the house. Now we're going to be robbed. I'm sure of it. Look at the thugs hanging around already. He waved his finger in the air. I see you, and I'm watching. His voice rose an octave. You hear me? I see you. He was shouting to two pale boys across the street who were paying him no mind. One was tall and wiry, wearing pants that were clearly too short for him. The other, with a cap pulled over his head, was much shorter and a bit rotund, with patches on his jacket at the elbows. Both boys looked like they might need baths, but neither agreed to be targeting Mr. Murtaugh or anyone else for that matter. The tall one was just leaning against the lamppost, talking to the other boy, and they were both laughing. Then they started shoving each other. They looked like they were just messing around. They didn't even glance Anita and Mr. Murtaugh's way. I don't think they mean any harm, Anita told Mr. Murtaugh quite kindly. Maybe they're headed to school. School? He harumphed, his pale blue eyes steely. I doubt it. They're trouble. I can smell it. Mr. Murtaugh thought everyone was trouble. Madeline, she and Lizzie, the newspaper delivery boy. The only thing Anita could smell was peppermints on Mr. Murtaugh's breath. Have a good day, Mr. Murtaugh, she said quietly, then headed off to the bus stop to face someone way more threatening than two boys talking on the street. Her sister.